Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and today we have a lot of action on Open Great League by one of the best teams that I have actually used in the meta. So we're gonna start off with Shadow Granbull up in front. This Pokemon is absolutely insane if you want to have some super fast battles with a decent outcome as well. At the back, both Bastiodon and Medicham will form a solid backline, and I know what you're thinking, Ganeto, you do not have a single safe pick over here. Okay, we might have Medicham, but still it's not that safe when we have a lot of counters even to a Pokemon like Medicham, like the Gligar for example. Even Lickitung can beat it down if you are not careful. So yeah, you're right, we do not have a safe pick, but we have a very safe lead because Shadow Granbull, even against its counters, I mean that you're gonna see in a while what I mean, can absolutely get you the win. All you have to do is to sacrifice shields, and yeah, this is all about this team, because then if you have the lead advantage and the switch advantage, you're gonna see that the backline can absolutely hold pretty much anything with the correct alignment. Over here now, Lantern is gonna finish us off, but still we got Medicham going on, and against neutral teams you can always pull off the victory, even though you do not need to push for those shields. So into the next one now, and we're having a Marowak up in front. You know how bad this can be for you, because not only it can go pretty rough against your Granbull, but also at the back against your Medicham. So definitely an all-time core breaker for this team that you have a chance to beat down eventually. All you have to do is to stay in there with your Granbull, because Granbull with the Shadow Charm can still apply a lot of pressure even to Pokemon like Marowak or Skeletrich. So over here now we're having the Carbink on the switch with Tackle, which is no big difference from Rock Throw when you are facing a Pokemon like Bastiodon. So at this point we're just gonna keep going at it all the way with those crazy Smackdown Farm Down. So as it seems they're almost out of the way, but first they have to throw the remaining energy. So here comes now the Moonblast, and because we know that they have a Medicham most probably at the back, we're just gonna press here the Stone Edge. This is a mistake, obviously we had to go for that Flamethrower. So anyways, we're having here now the Crunch, and we can still apply pressure on their side with the remaining charms. As you can see here, we can do that effectively, able to get the Shadow Bone here, but as it seems with that Pokemon out of the way, most likely they cannot face my Medicham from this range, because their own Medicham is severely hurt, and with a combination with a few counters we can always push for that knockout eventually. Into the next one now, trainers, and we're having a Cresselia up in front. We're looking pretty solid here as well, because we know that they need 6 of those Psycho Cuts for the first Grassland, 5 for the second, and right after they need 7 for the Moonblast, 6 for the second, so we can always apply a lot of pressure and push for those shields with our Crunch eventually. Those charms are getting out of hand, and even Cresselia cannot handle the damage from our Shadow Charms. At the back they have the Azumarill, and you know what's coming up, the Crunch. Of course we could go here for the close combat, but why not apply more pressure on their side by debuffing their Pokemon? So right here I'm just gonna go into the battle with my Bastiodon, and they have Hydro Bomb. This is not looking that great because this move is super effective, but still they're getting kinda low. Right here now they have the amazing Lickitung as their closer, and I think that Lickitung can easily pull off the win here if they want to. However, we have to make them drop all of their energy points. Right now all we have to do is to rely on our Bastiodon, and if I had an excelled version of Bastiodon, this battle outcome would already been settled, but right here that we do not have a high rank Bastiodon, they still manage to catch the move, and that is gonna put us in deep trouble, because right here all we have to do is to farm down, but they can still reach to the next charge attack. But fortunately for us it is the Body Slam, and we can survive it, so that final Smackdown was absolutely clutch to grab the win for our team. Into the next one now, and we're having the amazing Deoxys up in front. Okay, this Pokemon, I like it a lot. It was all about it on the previous or before that video that I did on this channel, but yeah, absolutely amazing to observe it. And seeing that Vigoroth coming in so easy makes me think that at the back there is either a Scrafty or an Obstagoon. So team reading is always the key, but this one is too popular to not know it at all. So that's how I knew how they could could respond on my Medicham over here. They have to throw the Vigoroth so that they can throw out of there my Medicham, try to finish me off with the Deoxys, and yeah, this is the whole plan. So anyway, Psychic here on their shield doesn't matter at all. We can still apply a lot of pressure with our counters, putting them super low, and because I'm expecting a move right straight ahead to my Granbull, I'm just gonna bring my Bastiodon first and then switch out to the Granbull. At the back they have obviously a dark type Pokemon on the face of Obstagoon, and we can easily farm down here. So here Shadow Granbull is a disgusting Pokemon that will get you some easy wins and pretty fast as well. So now into the next one now with Gligar up in front. So we said at the start of this video that Granbull needs to get those early wins on any match out there. So to do so you need to sacrifice shields, and you shouldn't be afraid to do so, because at least one shield will be easily taken back by your Granbull with its deadly moveset. So right here we're still gonna be able to apply so much pressure, not only to the Gligar which fell down and it is a core breaker for our backline, but also to this Charjabug by sacrificing a shield in the process. To our bad fortune though, they have a Medicham at the back, and obviously this is not looking that great. Hopefully though we can still rely on Psychic doing so much damage on them, and right after we're having Ice Punch to push even more for the shield. Right here they can still reach to their next move, but hopefully they are kinda low on HP. All we have to do here is to go ahead and completely farm down with those smackdowns, but first we need to take the move. It is gonna be the Ice Punch, we can easily resist that, and now Charjabug returns, but even if they had energy to throw, we could easily survive here and still guarantee the knockout. This team is absolutely insane. Hopping into the next one now with a very bad lead, one of the worst ones that you can get, because Shadow Venusaur can absolutely be down every single one of our Pokemon, but when we're having shields, Shadow Granbull just doesn't care. We can still go ahead and complete the farm down. They managed to catch the crunch here on the Clefable. You can always throw if you want to, but if you do not want to throw and keep that energy for the next Pokemon, it's always a plus for you, because if I could keep that energy here, we could obviously have a very different scenario coming up on this matchup. We could have had that crunch for that shield push. Anyways, right here now we have to go ahead and let them drop me pretty low, but still we can get out of here with a lot of energy to spare. Immediately pressing here now my Stone Edge, because I saw that this was not Venusaur at all from the upper right corner, and right after we have another Stone Edge for the Venusaur. Down they go immediately, and now Politoed will return for the final time into this battle. All we have to do here is to push for those extra charms, and because we have a Medicham, they observe it and they immediately back out. Into the final one now, trainers, and we're having Pelipper up in front, able to do so much damage on this Pokemon, and if we can block twice we can easily farm down. Perhaps they know that, so they bring Steelix into play. Seeing Steelix coming in so easily makes me think that at the back there is definitely gonna be another Steel type or a Pokemon that is afraid of Medicham. That's why they did that. Obviously they almost took us out here, but we know better and we knew that we could survive because of our IVs. So right here now Pelipper returns. I'm just gonna press Ice Punch on whatever comes in for cheap damage, and right after we have the return of Granbull. This Pokemon is absolutely insane, I'm telling you. So here comes now the final Steel type Pokemon. Hopefully though it is not gonna be something like a Registeel, so we can still do a lot of damage on that Shadow Alola Sandslash with our moves. And look how crazy Granbull can be here. I'm just gonna take the move, not gonna throw anything. I have to rely on the fast attack pressure at this point, so realizing your win condition is most probably gonna be the main way to master this team. Able to completely farm down, and now Pelipper returns and has no clue what to expect, because the final charm is just gonna melt them down before they reach to that final Weather Ball, and that will conclude this video to an amazing victory. Thank you for watching and for staying till the end. Be sure to leave a like before you go, and please subscribe in the process if you want to see more of my content here on YouTube. And speaking of more of my content on YouTube, here are 2 videos for you to follow and check out. Feel free to check them out, share with your friends, and I will see you all into the next one.